Happy Friday. The weekend looms. The stress from the work week should be well behind you now. So you're going to relax, right? Maybe go see a movie, have some laughs. Whoa, hang on a second though. Comedy is now, in some sense, a tightly regulated industry. Political correctness has told us that we gotta think before we laugh. Tonight, in a special episode, we're looking into the intersection of comedy, politics, and political correctness. Gone are the days when there were only 7 words we couldn't say on TV.
Suck a mother and tits. Now that was the original list. We've added a few words since then. We've added fart, turd, and and I know there are some other words that many of you are wondering about, why they haven't been considered, why they haven't shown up on the list thus far. We're looking at them all very closely. Some of your favorites might make the list this year.
I think we've got to update George Carlin's 7 dirty words, because now there seems to be a whole bunch of new things we can't say on TV. But forget the swear words. We just can't make people feel uncomfortable. We can't offend this group. We can't offend that group. Everyone gets caught in it. Even the president got caught in the sting not too long ago.
I imagine the bowling alley has been just burned and closed down.
No. I've been practicing.
Really?
Bowling.
Really?
I bowled a 129.
Oh, no, that's very good. Yeah. Oh, that's very good, Mr. President.
This is like Special Olympics or something.
No, that...
Oh, did you just slip in a handicap joke in there? After that incident, the president was accused of making fun of the disabled. So he invited a Special Olympian, who was in fact a master bowler, to the White House for a game of bowling. But, you know, why the need for the public apology event? We all knew what he was getting at. He just made a little gaffe and he didn't mean to degrade anyone. Then again, what about when you are intending to degrade someone? What if when your comedy goes from edgy to just downright abusive? Aren't some boundaries justified? After all, some people do go overboard. Here's a quote from comedian and 30 Rock star Tracy Morgan. Gays need to quit being, and not be whining about something as insignificant as bullying. Gay is something that kids learn from the media and programming. My son better talk to me like a man, and not in a gay voice, or I'll pull out a knife and stab that little N-word to death. Eek. Wow, afterward, Tracy told the crowd, I don't effing care if I piss off some gays, because if they can take a up there, they can take an effing joke. Wow. Now there was massive public outcry for Morgan to apologize. Look, folks, the problem here isn't that he said that. That's no crime. The problem is just that it isn't really funny. You can be offensive and have it really work. I mean, some people make a living being offensive. Check this out.
Any Arabs in the house tonight? Arabs in the house? All right, thank you. Good night. All right. What kind of Arab are you? Well, just for the record, you're a stone's throw away from each other. Listen, just for the record, my Arab friends, I don't do any Arab jokes in my act. It's not that I don't think you're funny. I just, I don't know. I don't want to die. Like, I'll do a joke about an Arab, and you guys will go, ah, ha, 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 ha. And you look at the Arab guy, and you're like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, no, I get this funny joke, ha, 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 ha. No, it's funny, I get it.
Now that's funny. That's Russell Peters from his best-selling DVD, Red, White, and Brown. I really don't think I could get away with that, and I think it has something to do with this whiteness you're seeing here. Last time I checked, Peters is bringing in some sweet coin. Although let's not rush to defend racist comedy, because sometimes it can just get plain weird.
50 years ago, they had you upside down with a fucking fork up your ass. You can talk, your brain now, motherfucker. Roll his ass out. He's not.
Oh my God.
Ouch, Kramer, what's gotten into you? You notice at the beginning, some people were laughing, and then it kept going on, and laughter just kind of dwindled, and people wondered what's going on. But upon reflection, I think that kind of proves something. It proves that the free marketplace of ideas did settle that little fiasco. Michael Richards, to use an old Hollywood slogan, will never eat lunch in his town again. The key problem was, it wasn't funny. It it was in bad taste? Was it the PC police cracking down on a man exercising his free speech? Meh, I don't really think so. It was kind of a cringeworthy affair, and in response, people tuned off of Richards because it wasn't funny. It was a terrible performance. I think we can agree we don't need laws to deal with comedians, although here in Canada we have run some comedians through the ringer.
I don't hate anybody based on their sexual orientation or whatever, right? But I do hate hecklers. And sometimes I get a little vehement. So these girls were in the front row and they were making out and they said, "Shut up, you asshole," and I asked them to be quiet, and they were intimating that maybe I didn't like them because they were lesbian, and then I broke into it, you know. I said, "Come on, you're fat and ugly, you're not even lesbian, no guy will you, that's why you're with each other." You know?
Guy Earle is a comedian who had a human rights complaint filed against him in 2008 by a lesbian who alleged he was abusive to her and to her guests. In 2011, the BC Human Rights Tribunal ordered him to pay $22,500 to Lorna Pardee. Pardee was attending the club with her girlfriend and friends and had gay epithets hurled at her after she had been heckling him. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a nice way to be treated when you're out in public, but Earle was notorious for being a very vulgar comic, and signs outside the club even said so. Pardee chose to go to an offensive club, and she could have chose to get up and leave and simply tell her friends that Earle and the club sucked and that they shouldn't go there. Personally, I don't think Earle is a particularly great comic, and the fact that he's not a household name proves the marketplace of ideas might concur with me. If his lesbian takedown humor was actually so great, you know, maybe he'd have his own sitcom by now. But should a human rights court even have the right to make such demands of people? No thanks. This week, the government already approved amending legislation to take away the court's ability to prosecute us for posting naughty and possibly offensive things on the internet, as it should be. Then there are times when people just need to chillax. Gilbert Gottfried, funny comedian, was attacked for making these jokes right after the Japanese tsunami. "I just split up with my girlfriend, but like the Japanese say, there'll be another one floating by any minute now." Or this one. "I was talking to my Japanese real estate agent. I said, 'Is there a school in this area?' She said, 'Not now, but just wait.'" Sorry folks, but that's funny stuff. Unfortunately, Gottfried was fired from a spokesman job he had. Let's face it, comedy has always been about saying the unsayable. It's been about making people feel uncomfortable, pushing the envelope. It's bad enough politics has the political correctness. Keep the political correctness out of comedy. Look, as we say in the columnist business, if you haven't offended at least one person a day, you obviously haven't been doing your job properly. Tonight's show, I promise you, is going to be amazing. We got great comedians, including Canadian late-night star Mike Bullard, Yuck Yuck's headliner Jay Brown, and friend of this program Byline, Glenn Foster. And if you're offended by anything that happens on tonight's program, drop me a line at growupandtakeachillpill because I don't care at sunmedia.ca. And that was the Byline.